What do you hear? What do you say?
Welcome to Chicago, where the fire serve cold, but the Wolves and the Hawks never shiver in the snow. The Bulls keep it running, the Sox run the South, the Cubs run the North, but the Bears run the house. True Chicago sports fans got their ears to the street. Any team make a move and they never skip a beat. And in this house, this is where we be. Welcome to the show with E-Rock and Big Z.
Welcome to Chicago. Coming from the True Chicago Sports Fan Cave, this is the TCSF podcast with E-Rock and Big Z. Episode 126 is brought to you by 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Grit Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to gritclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirts. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Go and get your official TCSF shirts now. As always, I am Big Z, and in for E-Rock is Steven from the No Water on the Weekend podcast, filling the E-Rock shoes this week. And how are you, brother?
What's up, man? It's good to be here.
Back-to-back episodes again.
I know. It's exciting.
It is exciting. It's good to talk shit about all the different stuff that we do.
Right.
No Water on the Weekend. If you haven't listened to it, jump over there after you listen to this one and listen to the current episode of the No Water Weekend. You're going to have a good time. Listen to any episode. They're fucking hilarious. These guys are literally cutting the rug over here. And
I know our episode we just recorded, we could not talk.
Because we usually record those on Friday and we're usually well lubricated, and it's a different feeling on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, we started drinking for breakfast.
Oh, we always start drinking for breakfast. It doesn't matter. What's up, man? What you been up to?
Not much. Bowling this week. What else? Pretty much that's done. So excited to take a break with that.
And it's at Diversity, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excited.
How do you feel about that bowling alley?
I don't mind it.
It's okay. It's a hard bowling alley to bowl at.
Right. I enjoy it. I have great days. I know this week is,
yes.
I couldn't hit anything to save my life. But it's good to take a break. My bowling balls are like set to retire.
What do you get? What do you get?
I don't know. There's one called Sneak Attack.
Okay. By who? Is it Roto Grip or is it
no clue? It's not a hammer, but you could. I've been looking at Bowling Mart, and then I'm like, I was joking around with my dad. I'm like, Sean got this ball for Christmas from his mom. Angie bought him new shoes. I'm like, where's all my shit?
Wow.
No.
It's a radical ball.
There you go.
It's pretty cool. It's a like kind of grayish metallic looking ball. It's got the Sneak Attack written all over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh. So I think if I win some bets today.
It's a hybrid reactive. Black Pearl Black. 16 to 12 pounds. What do you bowl with?
15. I used to bowl 16.
You're a beaster. You are a beast.
But I still throw at least, I don't know.
What's your mileage on that?
Not 20, that's for sure.
Oh, God,
it's
no.
not.
No.
It's
but you're a straight bowler, right?
Kind of with a little bit of it at the end. But I usually stand all the way to the right when I throw it across sometimes.
I see. So you use all the lane. Okay.
Yeah. It depends if I have to pick up the 7 or the 10. I stand all the way at the cross. But no, right now my bowling balls are in my trunk of the car.
Mine too, but it's above freezing, so it's okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I got my stuff still in there.
I know when it was really cold out last week, like 0 or like 10, I had to take them out.
Yeah, you do because they can crack.
Mm-hmm. I'm like at this point, like they're already cracking, so.
Yeah, it's time. I
want to be able to throw it down the lane and it just split in half. That'd be embarrassing, but it'd be an awesome way to get a 7-10 split. So,
yeah, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. But how'd you guys end up with on your?
We were in 6th, I think, since we got swept. I think we'll probably be 8th.
Yeah, we were
it's double points.
We were 2nd, I believe, last week, but we took 2. We lost 2 out of 3. We just couldn't get it together as a team, and it's really disappointing when you guys when the whole team bowls bad.
Yeah, it's like no momentum. It's like you
want
to get it over with.
Yeah, you do want to get it over with.
Next game.
Yeah, and sometimes it's so frustrating because there's times where you're bowling against a team and it's quick action. You're done in 2 hours, and then there's sometimes it's like, dude, we're dragging here. We're dragging. Let's go, man. Like I'm literally my guy's bowling.
Itching to get on there.
Because I'm the first bowler, so I have to go right after their last bowler. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, get off your phone and go bowl.
Yeah.
Like, let's go, man. Like, I'm not here to be here all night, bro.
Right.
I
get
it's a
it.
school night.
I'm the same
it's
way.
a school night, sir.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah. Anything else going on?
Blackhawks game tonight. That's, they're playing Seattle Krakens.
The Kraken. Are you going to be drinking some, what is that? It's rum. Kraken rum?
Probably. I mean, because they're going to, let's be honest. Blackhawks aren't going to win tonight.
Oh, no.
They're not. We talked about the record that the Krakens have. And
25 and 12.
Mm-hmm. And Hawks are, 11 and 19?
11 and 25.
Oh, 25. There you go. Yeah.
They're a bad team.
Yeah. I'm going to be mostly drinking because we'll hear da 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 da.
You might hear it once.
Yeah, that's it. But we're gonna hear the puck.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of puck hitting the boards. And
yeah.
What is your prediction of the score?
I say 4-1.
4-1. Okay, so we'll place after this podcast. We're gonna place that bet 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. I want the Blackhawks to be great again. So it'll take time, but
it's gonna take a long time. You're looking at a 5-year build easily.
Yeah, probably.
Once they trade these two guys, Kane and Taves, we'll talk about that.
I want them to go to contenders, but yeah.
Well, of course you want them to go to contenders and then, do great things. Of course, you want to see your these players who meant so much to us to go do well. Yeah, Gretzky played for a bunch of teams.
Right, yeah.
So why not? Yeah. Hockey's a different animal. Like, guys move teams.
It's hard to win consistently.
Well, they have a hard cap, so it's like you really can't be paying these guys who are great players over and over. Because then you have no money for everybody else to fill your team. So it's a very difficult thing to do. So same thing for me, man.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Bowling was that first game was fucking horrible. 111. Last week it was a 106. So that first game, I don't know. It's anxiety. I'm overthinking. I'm overplaying something. I'm not doing something correctly with my hand. I don't know. But I was like, I switched I usually bowl with the UC3, which is the hybrid. I switched the first game to the pitch black, which is a urethane. So I fucked everybody over. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm bowling a bad game. I'm switching, and I'm gonna push the oil down. But then the second, third game, back to my average. I don't know what it is. The first game, I don't have a trust in my UC3, and maybe I need to get it cleaned and resurfaced. Yeah. So it can react the way I want it to react, because it's not coming across. The last frame of the last game, we already wrapped up that game. We already lost the series. And I was like, I put 2 strikes down, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to pull my spare ball, which is my high road. It travels down the furthest and has an aggressive hook. I threw that perfect ball, from the left side all the way to the right, and it came all the way across, and that explosion, that perfect explosion,
the best sound.
Oh yeah. And everyone was like, why aren't you bowling with that one as your regular ball? I'm like, I don't know. I use it in my spare ball to pick up, all the left side, because I know it's gonna hook and come across. They're like, that might be the ball for Waveland. I'm like, all right, well, I'll try that next week and see how that goes. But I don't know if I should do that, because we're vying for playoff position.
I would just check it out when you practice.
Yeah, I might just do that.
So, and then go from there and see how it works.
Bowling is all about making adjustments every single game.
It's like point, aim, and shoot. But you gotta move a little to the left. I know for me, like, I'll hit it right when I need to. Yeah, I think I'm hitting the pocket, but I was just getting 9s. 9s the whole time. I should at least had 6 strikes.
I didn't have a strike the first game at all. I had like three or 4 spares, but no strikes at all. A bunch of splits. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, it's my same movement, same release, same everything. I don't know what's going on. But again, we'll reconvene next week and see how I managed to clear that up. But
I know game 2 for us, I hit a turkey.
Nice. Nice.
And then Sean got a ham bone.
So that's 4.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta explain this, because not everybody bowls.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But bowling is one of the things that we both love, and this is how we came together. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you like the show, if you're a first timer or long timer, please remember to hit that subscribe button, that notify button, and go ahead.
Smash that button.
That's right. And give us a review on your listening app of choice. Reviews really, really help us out. So if you're one of our consistent listeners that listens every week and love what we do.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do. We love you. Please go out there on your Apple app or your podcast app and, give us a review. They really help us. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes about 2 seconds to hit the, 4 or 5 stars, whatever it is.
Yeah, it takes a millisecond.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so go there and help us out. You can find us on Facebook at True Chicago Fans, and you can follow us on Twitter at True Chi Fans, IG True Chicago Sports Fans. Don't forget you support the show with a monthly subscription. subscription at anchor.fm. Is it /Eddie or is it /Eddie? I don't know. Either one. It's a slash. Whatever. True Chicago sports fans, go over there and hit the click and support button, and you can subscribe for as little as 99 cents a month. That's nothing, guys. That's nothing. I mean, it doesn't cost. You can listen, you can share it, and if you can support us with a subscription, that's $1 a month.
If you share it, they'll share it.
Exactly.
And then other people will share it.
Exactly.
Isn't that what Eddie says?
Yeah, something like that. He says, "Do you like the show?" And then you guys say, "Yeah, you do."
Yeah, I love it.
Are you a fan?
Yeah, I am.
So tell your friends, and they'll tell their friends, and we can all be friends. If you enjoy the content, if we make you laugh, we make you cry, or just make you think, please share with others. And they're going to do the same thing, man. This is
I share a lot of stuff, and I do my best work when I'm thinking on the toilet.
I mean, that's the thinking man place.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I mean,
no, I could be there for 45 minutes. Wait, what time is it? Crack open a beer in there. Why don't I?
Oh my God, what an ass hickey you're gonna have.
yeah, I need a higher squatty potty too, so I can sit there longer.
Really?
I wake up and I get off the toilet. My legs are like
numb. Yeah.
And then I have 2 indents with my elbows on my legs.
That is nuts. All right, so later on we'll talk about Steven's bowel movements
and squatty potty.
Squatty potty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this episode we're going to check out our teams. We're doing a quick checkup how we're doing. Last week we talked about the Bears, but this week we're going to go in depth in the loop, and then we're going to talk about our Bulls, our Blackhawks, our Bears, our Bulls, Sox, Cubs, everybody. Well, not the Fire because they're just hot garbage. I am sorry. But,
Are they still in Bedford Park?
No,
they moved to
Soldier
Field, right?
Soldier Field.
Okay.
They can't even fill that place. Yeah, well, whatever. All right, all that and plus stirring a pot and what you looking at. But first, this is the Big Three with Big Z.
Ooh, I love this part.
I'm Big Z, and you're not. Now for today's stories. That's right. Story number 1.
Love that.
I know. I don't even know what the origin of me doing that was, but I don't know.
Hey, you like it, I love it.
There we go. A Florida sheriff reports that burglars called 911 to get help moving stuff.
It could happen.
Really?
Now, have you ever see New York where they're like, "Hey, I'm moving some stuff. Can you help me move some stuff down?" And there were accomplices to an actual robbery because they thought they were actually.
That makes more sense. I mean, if you're gonna ask, random people, that's crazy.
Now, if you're in all black clothing and a mask, and you look like a robber, I'd be like, "No, I'm okay, man. Good luck."
Point Siena, Florida. 2 people in Florida were arrested after one of them made a 911 call to get help moving their belongings from a home they were burglarizing. Deputies responded at a home a Saturday after 911 calls made, but no one spoke.
See, if I was them, I would do that one service that pays people. What is it? And get a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And rob it, and then we all go in there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not smart criminals, obviously, right? So while talking to the deputies, the female suspect told them that she had been called 911 for the purpose of having law enforcement help them move the belongings from the house they were burglarizing. They also wanted to get a ride to the airport so they can spend the weekend in New York.
Sounds like a good plan, but they didn't really plan ahead.
That is not a good plan. You're going from Florida to New York, and you're asking the police to help you move all this crap?
Why the police, though? That's my question. There's other apps where you could actually have people help you.
You could ask the streetwise guy or any bum on the street, like, "Hey, I'll give you $25 if you just help me move all this crap out."
Yeah, probably. Or if you see anything, you could have it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know why you would call the cops for that one.
Here's a pile of shit I don't want. You can have any of this stuff and you can sell it and make you all the money you want. I don't care. Just help me move this couch down.
Right. Yeah. I don't know why you would call the cops for that. Get a U-Haul and drive from Florida to New York.
Yeah, the deputies did help him with the belongings.
Did they?
Oh, yeah. And they did give him a ride.
Wow.
But it wasn't to the airport.
Oh.
Yeah, they are welcome to stay there all weekend long. Yeah, in jail until they get their court hearing.
Hey, well, they're going to eat well because...
I don't know. Those choke sandwiches are a motherfucker. I'll tell you that. If you've ever been detained, you know what I'm talking about.
It's all a blur to me.
Oh, yeah. Do not recall. All right. Story number 2. A North Dakota woman who brought a raccoon gets probation. This is a follow-up story to a lady who brought the raccoon into a bar and,
And it's the same lady.
Same lady? Yeah.
She loves raccoons.
She brought a wild raccoon into a bar earlier this year and was now going to spend a year on probation. So on Tuesday, Erin Christensen of Maddock, she is 38, pled guilty to misdemeanor charges of providing a false information to law enforcement, tampering with the evidence, and unlawful possession of a live fur bearer.
Now, I want to know how she gets these things. She has to set up a trap.
Or entice them. I mean, from what I remember the story, the raccoon was friendly. All right, so she faces a maximum sentence of 2 years in jail and a $7,500 fine. According to court documents, Christian said her family found the raccoon named Rocky, of course, on the side of the road and was nursing it back to health when she brought it into the bar on September 6th.
Oh, she got attached to it.
Yeah.
It's like any pet.
Yeah, a bartender said that Rocky didn't got loose. Okay, it's not my English. Didn't got loose, nor did he bite anyone, but state health officials still issued a warning about potential rabies, of course.
Now, what's the difference between a dog and a raccoon?
One has rabies and one
might have rabies. We don't know. Well, if she was keeping it doesn't have rabies.
It shouldn't have rabies, right, if she nursed it to health. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, would you fuck with raccoons? I mean, they have,
I'm not going to fuck a raccoon.
Not fuck a raccoon, but fuck with a raccoon. Like, you don't like animals like that. You don't want responsibilities, but it does have 5 digits. It has five little.
Yeah, it's like a rocket raccoon.
Yeah.
I would be friends with one, but I wouldn't want to keep it.
You'd be friends with Rocky? So keeping a wild raccoon as a pet is illegal under state law there, as keeping a bat or a skunk because they carry rabies. So this is according to North Dakota's Game and Fish website. So it's illegal to do that. So Christian said that Rocky's fate has been...
He's been killed. He's been euthanized.
No, he hasn't been euthanized. His fate has left the family traumatized. So, we'll follow up to see what happens with Rocky. But right now...
Adrian. I got one thing to say to my wife at home. Yeah, poor Rocky. I think he might die.
Well, if he has rabies, he's going to be euthanized.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever saw an animal with rabies before?
You can't see. Well, if they're foaming at the mouth, no. I mean, I do remember because we don't have a garage. We have a big front yard. I do remember we had a garbage can behind the stairs, so we had like a gangway in the back. And I do remember like coming out because I used to live in the basement. I come out, I'm like, "What the fuck is that noise?" I look around, and there's like a family of raccoons on the garbage can.
I've seen raccoon families, yeah, but I mean, yeah.
But I'm not fucking with that, dude.
What'd you do?
I went back inside.
And you left the garbage outside?
No, the garbage can, the Chicago garbage cans, the black ones. The lid was closed. There was nothing in there. We just had an extra garbage can, but they were looking for food. And obviously, they can open the fucking garbage can.
And this is when you were like at home, right?
Yeah, at home. I was like, I was like in my mid-20s at this point when it happened.
I thought you were going to younger and be like, mommy.
No. I was like, nope, not for me.
See, if you would have been friends with them, you could have like gave them some of your mom's cooking. They would have loved it.
They would have never left if my mom's cooking.
Exactly. They would have never left.
I would have had a little army.
Yeah. Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with me, yeah.
You go to the playground with all of them. Put little bandanas on them.
Oh, yeah, raccoon army?
Yeah, that'd be nice. And then you're like, walking down, picking on kids. They have to go get tested for rabies.
Take care of my light work, Rocky.
But I did see this one guy. It's also animal included, similar.
Related, yeah.
He actually bought a mouse or a rat.
Yeah.
And he actually, it fell out of the box in his car. So he was trying to grab the rat or the mouse for the snake. The fucking thing bit him. And he had to go get tested.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? Fuck this. Predator versus prey. He left his snake in the car. And in a matter of like 5 minutes, he grabbed it.
The snake ate it. Yeah. The snake ain't fucking around.
Yeah. He's like, I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and get it.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
In 5 minutes, he goes, yeah. He's like, I could spend 2 hours trying to get this thing out of here. But
right, you're not going to find a mouse. It's going to elude you.
Yeah.
But you leave that to the professionals, which is the snake.
Yeah, and he ate good.
I'm pretty sure he did.
So, that's one thing that I don't know. I'd rather befriend an actual raccoon than a rat.
Oh yeah.
I think I sent you like a couple like TikToks of a rat like sitting on this guy in the New York subway station, and he's like, it's a white rat.
Oh, who sent me the other one, the prank, where the guy in the back seat dumps a bunch of mice into the passenger.
Oh yeah, I think that was me.
That was I'm like, that has to be you. Like 3 or 4 mice. The guy in the back, the passenger, he dumps a box of mice onto this African lady, and she just freaks the fuck out, throws food everywhere. Then the driver freaks out, and then she's like, I can't get the seatbelt off. She has literally like 3 or 4 mice just crawling all over her.
I know for sure if there was a ton of them, she had to step on at least 1 or 2.
Oh yeah.
Now does that cringes people stepping on
Yeah,
them
but
out.
I mean, it's a great prank. It's funny, right? But the driver can crash into somebody.
There you go.
There we go.
I hate pigeons.
I see that. He looked at you, he was like, nope, not
I'm in
happening.
the wrong stoop.
Yep, wrong one.
But yeah, rats are not that friendly here.
No, disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah.
Story number 3, and this one's gonna maybe turn your stomach. A wife is shocked after finding her husband is a woman after 10 months of marital sex.
Wait, say that again? Wife finds husband.
Yeah, a woman discovered her quote-unquote husband was actually a woman, despite the pair being married for over 10 months.
That's a realistic strap-on, then.
Oh, my God. Indonesian woman named only as N.A. in legal papers says she entered a relationship with a man calling himself Anaf, Arif. Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
After meeting on a dating app, the pair hit it off, and Arnaf even came to say that N.A., the person, for a week helped her take care of her ill parents. While dating N.A., Arnaf claimed that to be qualified, he claimed to be a qualified neurologist who had graduated from a top university in New York, which wasn't true. After 3 months of dating, the pair 3 months of dating, they got married. What kind of sick shit is this? And they came to a secret wedding, a union that's recognized by religion but not by law. The couple got hitched in the way as the groom was not able to provide identity documents required for a legal wedding.
There's red flags all around.
Oh yeah, this is like what were you thinking? After marriage, the pair moved into N.A.'s family with a new bride claiming to be completely unaware she had actually married a woman using a fake ID.
Yeah, there's a lot of red flags. One, you're physical. You have to be physical.
It's a dating app in Indonesia.
Yeah. I don't know how accurate that is.
That dating website is going to be, right?
But I mean, come on. The actual husband, the almost husband.
Yeah, so she said that
she had to take testosterone pills.
Never saw her undressed. The room was always pitch black.
Real life dildo. Or real, like,
Yeah. I literally probably strapped it on. I mean, how many red flags do you need?
I don't know. And plus, like, I don't know. I like a little bit of light when I'm in there.
Yeah, I want to see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, I want to see stuff. I like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, now I'm not painting like exactly what you're doing, but you want to see stuff, like you said.
Right.
You want to enjoy the show.
I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I just want to see.
You want to see the feature.
Right.
Yeah.
It helps me get to the end. Yeah, that's crazy. There's red flags all over that one.
Okay. After Arnaf made the confession, N.A.'s parents contacted the police, where they accused her of conning them out of IDR 300 million, which is on around $20,000 coconuts.
I mean, that's a lot of money for Indonesia, I would assume.
Right. Yes, it is a lot of money. I mean, 20 grand is still 20 grand.
Right. I wish I had 20 grand.
I mean, we could do so much fucking cool stuff for 20 grand right now.
Oh, I thought you were going to go a different direction with that. Yeah, we could. I like a nice speedboat.
It's a little cold for that right now,
Well,
but
not
I'm
right
down.
now, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
I want to be in the playpen.
I've never been.
Me either.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of whites.
White boats. Have you ever been conned on any of those dating sites?
I'm not that stupid.
No.
Like, if I'm an example, like,
What's an example of a bad? Did you have bad experiences?
Like, I know if
You've been catfished?
I know if I'm talking to someone and they don't want to FaceTime and it's just like fishy and it's like not easy conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you never want to hang out, come on. Red flag. You can't always have an excuse for everything. It's just, and plus, why would you want to waste your time with something like that?
I don't know. I'm not on dating websites, sir.
I don't know. True love exists out there, but apparently you're not really fighting for it.
That is insane.
Should we also? That's a lot of time too to have to con someone. You have to have a lot of time
for 20 grand. I mean, they put in some work.
Yeah. And also, if it was a female, she has to do a lot of stuff, flatten her chest or all these things that she needs to do. And I don't know.
I mean, to each
that's
their own.
Commitment. Yeah, exactly. To each their own, but that's a lot of commitment. That's a lot of work.
I mean, your taste in women is different from my taste in women. So maybe, his taste and
her taste.
Her taste, right.
Yeah, her taste to her taste.
There's a lot of tasting at that point.
Yeah.
We're
all squeezing the same milk.
All right, on that note, I'm Big Z, and that's news to me. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride, so do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z and E-Rock.
Water on the weekend.
Well, this episode there's no E-Rock, so it's
and I had no Sean, so
we're missing our other halves here.
But we complete each other. So.
Oh, hearts.
You hear that, Sean? Valentine's Day is coming up pretty soon.
That's right, E. That's right. I want my flowers. So
I just want chocolates.
I'm not touching that one. So welcome back to the TCSF podcast with E-Rock and Big Z. In for E-Rock and Steven from the No Water in a Weekend podcast. Yeah, we're here cutting up. Yeah, man. Isn't that weird to hear your own voice on a commercial?
No, I love it.
You selfish, self-centered bastard.
No, I love it. I feel good about myself. I'm doing something with my life, Mom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is The Loop, our Chicago sports roundup, where we keep you in the loop.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
All right, so our teams are making news, man.
Yeah, a couple of them.
A couple of them. I mean, most of them is okay news, but we're not going to talk about the bad news stuff. The Chicago Bears.
They're making news. It's a good time to be a Bears fan.
It sure is. It's everybody's looking forward and upward. Like, you got Justin Fields. He had a pretty good year.
New president.
Yeah, exactly where I'm going. The Chicago Bears named Big Ten President Commissioner Kevin Warren as their president and CEO this past Thursday. Warren will replace the outgoing president and CEO Ted Phillips, who announced in September that he would retire after the 2022 NFL season. He was the first president and CEO hired from outside the Bears organization and the first black president in team history. Kevin is a man of integrity, respect, and excellence, all of which are core values of the Chicago Bears. And we welcome his perspective and diverse thought to lead the storied organization. This was by George McCaskey in his statement. He's a proven leader who has many times stepped outside of his comfort zone to challenge status quo for unconventional growth and prosperity. In his role, Warren will serve as primary leadership position of the franchise to help bring the next Super Bowl championship trophy to the Bears. Warren would oversee manager Ryan Poles and the business operations of the club, according to the new release from the team. Poles currently reports to McCaskey directly, but an organizational change that will take place when he's hired later on. Well, he's already been hired. So what we're looking at is a man who headed the Big Ten,
Right.
He worked with in Minnesota when they built their stadium.
Right. So everything kind of aligns and also makes sense.
It does.
And they're going in the right direction as an organization.
You got somebody from the outside, check. You got somebody who built a stadium, who helped build the stadium for an organization, check. Someone who worked for another NFL organization and knows how to do things,
right?
Check. Very successfully. Literally managed the entire Big Ten and made them a prosperous organization, check.
Right.
What more do you want?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with this signing.
And the Bears are finalizing by the end of the year, the Arlington Heights.
Now, what do you feel about Soldier Field trying to? As soon as they were,
yeah, we talked about that last week where they did last ditch effort, like, oh, we're gonna remodel it and make it a half dome or whatever the fuck it was.
Glass dome, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you been in Chicago? It's not good. Glass dome is not gonna work.
You get to see the pre-snow hit the top of the dome. If it snows. It hasn't been snowing, which I love, but yeah. If it snows.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the signing. I also feel like the Chicago Bears, with a great tradition, was always looked at that mom and pop kind of organization.
Yeah, because
right?
everything's within the family. Yes.
Right. So now that them, trying to move to Arlington Heights, if they go there, great. They have someone who actually wants to build it, help develop that area.
He's got contacts all over between college and professional sports.
And it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
And again, my only biggest concern is with Poles and his picks and what he wants to do.
All right, you want to go down that route? Well, let me finish with him, and then we'll go down that route because I got a lot of shit to talk about that. So when he was introduced, Warren said, "I'm honored to recognize the responsibility bestowed on me to lead the Chicago Bears during this exciting and pivotal time of the franchise. I look forward to building on the rich tradition that started with George Halas and connecting the unique and vibrant fan base in Chicago. I joined the Chicago Bears with gratitude and drive to carry out the build upon the legacy of spirit of this founding franchise and my predecessors. This is a franchise that is respected in all professional sports." Facts.
Right.
"And I'm humbled to be selected as the next president and CEO of Chicago Bears. I sincerely thank Virginia McCaskey, who's 100 years old, George McCaskey and the McCaskey family, Ted Phillips, and the search team for the responsibility and trust they placed in me to lead the Chicago Bears and deliver championships to Chicago. First of all, your job is more business."
Right. Which he has. He knows how to conduct business.
Right. Your job is not to your job is to hire people to make great decisions to win a championship. Right. That's what we're looking for, right? We don't want the owners hiring people.
Yeah, it's not Jerry Jones.
Exactly. Exactly. We've already seen how that worked out. They haven't won a Super Bowl in 30-something years?
Yeah, what, the 80s?
No, 93, 94.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. When you were born, sir.
Yeah, I was 4 or 5.
Yeah. So I think this is a great hire. I've listened to radio all week, and everyone has nothing but great praise for him. They say he open door policy. He's willing to work with people, but he's black and white. If I assign something to you, you get it done, or I'll get someone else to get it done.
I mean,
I fucking love it.
I mean, that's how it is. You do your job, and you do it well.
Well,
there you go.
look at our Chicago teams. There's a lot of nepotism and a lot of BS going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I could say the Bulls are one of the teams.
Bulls, the White Sox, the Blackhawks with their bullshit scandal.
Yep.
Yeah, you have a lot of Chicago teams that deal with a lot of nepotism. The Chicago way of doing business, quote unquote.
Course.
You know, the mobster looking, the way of doing business. Okay, that's over and done with. So Chicago Bears are one of the most storied franchise, one of the first franchise in the NFL. You've got to be able to compete.
Right. You can't just be the mom and pop shop forever.
You don't own Soldier Field. You don't have a say on what goes on there. You only make money 8-9 weeks a year. Owning your own piece of land, moving to Arlington Heights, building a stadium, building a complex, building a entertainment area, that's money 365 days a year. We've said this over and over on the podcast. If you listen to the last episodes, you understand what I'm going to say with this, right? It's all about making money and having products come in.
Right.
Concerts, Super Bowls, WrestleManias, Final Fours. What else? I mean, you can have so many things there, and you can still build like a small arena next to it to have other stuff going on.
Right.
You can take out the Rosemont Horizon or the Allstate Arena
right.
by doing that too.
Yeah. And then take all those people out of jobs. Yeah, that's great.
Well, the jobs to go there.
Yeah. And then they're just going to have the flea market there. So
Eddie'd be there. Eddie'd love the flea market.
Yeah, he's like my dad. They probably like pass by each other all the fucking time. Then
they hold hands and walk down the aisle.
Do you want a popcorn or some fries?
You want a churro?
Yeah.
Now, to your point of Ryan Poles has his work cut out for him. He has over $120 million in cap space. He's got all these draft picks, and we don't know what his plan is, whether he's going to trade down multiple times, one time. This is where he's going to cut his teeth, and we're going to see exactly who Ryan Poles is, what his stamp on the team is going to be, what his direction, his vision is going to be, because up till now, all you did was literally walk into an apartment and tear everything down. You took a sledgehammer to all the walls.
Right. You see the studs. That's where you're at. You're at the
studs.
You're studs.
You're at the studs.
And you have all the money you want.
You have all the money to fix up the apartment however you want. Now we're going to see, are you creative enough? Mm-hmm. Are you savvy enough to make it look more modern?
Now, this draft could make or break him.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. This is exactly where his legacy is going to be on. Like, you have the opportunity to put your vision out there.
Right. 4 or 5 years from now, we could be like, this was the draft that changed something. Because there's always players that are coming out of the draft that are dynamic and successful, and they're able to do certain things. But, you could always be wrong on a pick. Like when
you have 50% chance.
Right. Like we could have had Patrick Mahomes. And that was like now we look back at it and like, wow, we could have had him.
We could have Deshaun Watson too.
Yeah, but there's not that many massage parlors, and the same thing would have happened.
I don't disagree with you there.
Yeah.
I don't disagree at all.
I feel like we would have been the same position Houston was if we drafted
him. It's a little more lenient out there.
Same tendencies.
His tendencies, that's being a piece of shit. Yeah, that's there,
but yeah. So we'll see. Like for an example, like throughout this week, I've been listening to the radio, the score. Some of them say like, trade Justin Fields or trade.
No, you don't trade Justin Fields.
Now,
no.
Now, because and then also like the herd, I put that in our group chat. Yeah. Like yes, he's spectacular, makes these great highlights, right? But where's the passing and stuff like that? He went 7 for 21, blah blah blah. But I look at this draft class; it's not anything special.
It's not,
and they're tiny.
What you're trying to do is fill as many holes as possible,
right?
And that's all the Bears need to do.
Now I get the argument of Poles, like he's year 3. That's not his guy. He didn't draft him, and then you eventually have to pay him, which I get that too.
Yeah, well, in a couple years,
right? So
again, you can always find a quarterback. Right. I feel like that because the Bears have always been mom and pop, right? We're no longer doing that anymore. So now, if he doesn't work out next year or the year after because he's still on a rookie contract, you can always go get a free agent quarterback.
That is true. And that's something that the Bears have always gotten, someone who's been a veteran or...
Well, it's always somebody over the hill.
Yeah.
Or such a backup that you don't want on the team
Mike
anyway.
Lennon.
The giraffe. Yes, the giraffe.
But like I said, I would always say trade down. Get some offensive line.
You trade down to maybe like the 7th, maybe 9th pick, and then trade that. No, and then you trade that again.
Yeah. So what I would do,
double trade that fucking
right.
thing.
I would go from, let's say Houston wants to jump up. Okay, give me this and this, and then I would say
there's no reason for Houston to jump up.
No, I know, but I'm just giving an example. Like if some other team want to jump up, then you take that second pick. Oh, this is what we want. Okay,
you're gonna
take them and get their picks, whoever the number 2.
You're gonna
is.
get a first round pick for your first round pick, right? That's one thing. Then you're gonna get multiple second, thirds, and possibly another first round pick in another year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and possibly more.
Right, and then maybe the draft class for next year for a quarterback again. If you're talking about if Justin doesn't pan out like he.
I don't see that. I don't see him flaming out because he was a great passer at Ohio State, and the only reason he was a runner or a rusher was because he had no offensive line. Mm-hmm. People are like, "Oh, he couldn't make his reads." Well, when you have fucking 300-pound men chasing you, you're gonna run. It's as simple as that. You got time to look at. This guy didn't get off the line. Oh, he's not open. Number 2. Oh, that's not open. That's already 4 seconds right there. It's time to run now. And that's what they had to do. They had to change the offense for him to run. Again, it's passing offense, so the offensive line is going forward. Our rushing game wasn't non-existent.
Yeah,
Montgomery didn't do well. Not his fault. Not his fault.
But they still did a good running game because, the offensive line was still able to protect Justin and let him break through and run.
Yeah, but Justin's not staying in the pocket with his offense. It's literally Swiss cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'll give you a hot take of mine.
Oh, go for it.
So we've been talking about, the Cowboys on the weekend.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree. But I could see, Jerry's like, you know what? I want to take the draft. I take CeeDee Lamb for the number 1 draft pick and take a different, I don't know where they're at, but also it's also like kind of hard because if you want to get an offensive lineman, he might be in the top 10, so you might not get him.
That is a hot take. That is a very hot take. But
because
I think
I could see if the Cowboys don't make it and they're questioning about Dak.
There's got to be more compensation for that number 1 pick.
Right, exactly.
Not just that. He is a top tier receiver, but you've got to get more than
right.
Than
I wouldn't just straight
that.
Up do it, but I would say I would get some more picks out of it or get a first round for next year or whatever the case may be. But I would say that would be my hot take. If Dak isn't performing, I don't see him much longer being with the Cowboys. Like Tony Romo, they could do the same thing when they did with Tony Romo, and they had him for 9 or 10 seasons.
Yeah, Romo can never win the big one.
No. And this is where the same thing falls with Dak. So.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way with Dak too. You've got a great offensive line, you got great running back, you got great receivers, and you have continually shown that you cannot win the big one.
Yeah, regular season games are great, but it's when the chips are all on the table.
Yeah, that's right. When you push them all in, let's see what you got. And I think right now the team to beat is Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. On the NFC, the team to beat is the Super Bowl will either be Philadelphia or maybe I can't even say San Francisco because they don't have a quarterback.
Well, Purdy's pretty good.
He's decent.
He's looking purdy.
He is looking purdy. Yeah, they are up 10-0 at this point in the first. So I don't know. It's really I don't see a clear-cut contender that can challenge.
As a quarterback, as long as you're able to make throws when you need them and you're going down maybe at least getting down 10 yards down the field instead of throwing it 4-5 yards, doing slants.
Don't talk about the Bears offense like that.
Yeah. But my point being is if you're able to get more than 10 yards on a first down, you're fine.
Yeah, because you're moving the ball.
Right.
49ers have great defense. Right now they're playing Seattle, who's an above average team, I want to say.
And Geno's hot and cold.
Geno's about to get sacked. Oh, look at that. He just got by. Geno's a decent quarterback. Mm-hmm. He's shown you that if he has protection, he has weapons, he can do something with it. But
he didn't have that in
New England or anywhere else he was.
Or the
Cleveland.
Jets.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. So he never had weapons. So he's like, oh, look at these shiny toys. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, we'll see what the Bears do.
But it's exciting time.
It is exciting because you have a lot of money you can spend on free agents. And can you get those free agents? I don't know. But like I was talking to one of my college buddies, and he's like, yeah, listen, he's like texting me like, yeah, I agree with you. We should get Shark, Shark from was it Tennessee or wherever he's at?
Yeah,
DJ Shark or whatever his name is. Great wide receiver, not going to cost a lot. Something you can build with. He's young, reliable hands. You can build off that. I really think right now what the Bears need to do is shore up the offensive line, shore up the defensive line, have some pass rushers, maybe another middle linebacker.
Well, the Bears middle linebacker, what's his name? He's a pretty good kid.
Oh, the rookie?
Yeah.
He is. He's pretty good.
I wouldn't say, like, get rid of him.
No. He's not going to get rid of him. No.
I mean, he might not start if you find someone better, but...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, you're not... I mean, you're always going to try to get the better...
right, as you should.
Better player, but I don't see them get rid of him. No, he had a pretty good year this year. Like, there's no reason to do that. What is his name? Why is his name just...
I feel like it's Patrick something. Or it does matter.
It does matter. You're talking about Jake Sanborn?
Sure.
Jack Sanborn.
Yeah.
Jack Sanborn, yeah. So, yeah, he's been Baby Urlacher.
It's fine. I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't go that far. That was just the nickname he's gotten.
But, yeah, it's an exciting time. I am not looking forward to driving to Arlington Heights.
You go to more Bears games than I do. I've only gone because
because it's a hot skip and a jump for us. It's not that far.
It's not that far. It's just time consuming because of
so is
the
sitting
traffic.
in traffic.
Yeah.
Trying to get trying to get to O'Hare right now. What?
45 minutes.
Let's see here.
It's got to be easy to 45 minutes.
Let's do this. Okay. So right now, if we had to go tailgate for a night game, it's 32 minutes.
That's fine.
To get to O'Hare.
Well, we're going farther than O'Hare because Arlington Heights is about 25 minutes from.
Yeah, so you're looking at 45 minutes, or maybe close to an hour.
But I'll have my own parking spot.
But you which is fine. But you're still gonna sit through traffic no matter what. I like being in the city. That's just me. I've talked many times about this, but if you have a district and you have game or like all that stuff and restaurants and bars and stuff like that, it's gonna be like Little Rosemont right there. But look at Little Rosemont now, it's dead.
I don't go out there anymore.
I don't go there anymore. Yeah. I stopped as soon as I left my parents' house. I got my fake ID taken there like 4 days away from my actual birthday. I'm like, I'm coming back. I'll see you soon, motherfucker.
Speaking of motherfuckers, the Chicago Bulls, Lonzo Ball, there's been a sighting. He posted a video on his Instagram of him dunking and doing all these workouts where he's hopping over different things.
But I also hear he can't jump or walk. That's
he's jumping and walking. I mean, he's jumping over these hurdles and these mats and whatever. And I saw the video of him dunking. It was literally like a stand-up dunk. He was there in front of the rim. He stand up, he jumped and dunked. Is it impressive? No. He's been out for a year.
Almost longer than that.
Yeah, it's going a little bit longer now. But 2 surgeries, one to clean up something, one to clean up another cleanup. I don't know what it was. I don't get it. What is it with the Chicago Bulls that can't keep anybody healthy on their team?
That, and then also I think this before the All-Star break, they're going to be sellers.
No. I think they'll write it out. I think if anybody's going to be sold, it'll be Vooch because he's at his last year of his contract. Mm-hmm. You can probably get something from him because he's a double-double machine when you run the offense through him. He has the capability of being a triple-double guy if he needs to be your main guy.
Yeah, the offense has to go through him.
Which I'm fine with, but the Bulls don't do that. The Bulls do a shitload of isolation ball, and no one moves around. Everyone's watching DeMar or Zach as they take turns shooting the ball. And then you have Patrick Williams with his eyes super wide open, like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm going to sit over here at the 3-point line even though I'm 6'9".
Right. Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Like, he shoots a couple of threes and gets them in, but that shouldn't just be his one.
Yeah, and people are like, he shoots over 43%. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Those are not quality shots. Can he shoot 42% when the game's on the line?
Mm-hmm. And
no,
also,
he doesn't get the ball.
Right, but also even being in the paint, doing a little floater one-handed,
Oh, that drives me insane.
Yeah,
that drives me insane. Just go to the basket, go dunk on people. I want you to be a force in the paint. Vooch is soft sometimes as well. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna go open
But
under.
he does some good plays at like sick turns or the way he like
Vooch
moves
can
his
move
body. Yeah,
for
but
a
it's
big
like
guy.
when he wants to.
Yeah.
If he's like
When he's not playing an elite player,
Right.
is when he shows out.
Right. That's
When he's
what-
playing Giannis, he's gonna have 6 points and 4 rebounds.
right, because Giannis is gonna manhandle him.
Right, and that's the thing is like you have a bunch of C plus B players on this team.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win a championship this way.
I mean, you have like pieces to put together, but it's not like something spectacular.
And
Like,
our bench is hot garbage.
yeah, I would say,
Kobe White probably get traded this year.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
He had a great game the other day against OKC.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, but
I didn't see that much of his highlights, but I
think he had like 18 or 19 points or something like
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Zach only had 25.
yeah, but Zach was shooting a lot of contested shots the whole night.
if they're contested, that means someone else is open. Pass the fucking ball.
Yeah, he was shooting threes contested and shots that he
Oh, I
didn't
know.
have to make.
I know. I lost a couple parlays on that game.
Yeah, I don't bet on the Bulls anymore. I stopped.
Yeah, well,
I stopped.
All right.
Because NBA is also unpredictable, so that's what it is. I don't know what's going to happen. I think they're either going to trade some players away and get something.
oh, well, Zach's
another.
not going anywhere because of his max contract. No one's going to want that.
Right.
You're going to have to either pay the contract or whatever. But that's
Because he's only on year one of it.
yeah.
This is the year one of the max contract. It's not.
So you can literally hit the reset button and build around them.
Yeah, but I also feel like he can't really play with players.
That's the thing. He needs to be the third option, not the first or the second.
And I think, I don't know if it damages his ego, because I also think if, he's been here so long thinking it's his team,
Exactly.
And-
DeMar came in and said, no, dude, I'm the man.
and it's like, yeah, you're hitting these shots and you're being contested for MVP. And it's like, well, hey, Zach, do some fucking work. If you want to be MVP too,
You can't. You have Vooch, DeMar, and Zach, who are not two-way players. They're
Right.
just offensive-minded.
right.
You're not going to win a championship with three of your starting five being all offensive-minded.
Like Chris Bosh had to take a seat.
It's ridiculous. The mentality of this organization it's just.
Well, look at the
a
owner.
mindfuck. Hey, you hired a new president of operations,
Right.
assistant GM and assistant GM, outside the box. Same thing what the Bears did.
Right.
You got Billy Donovan outside the box, not within the Bulls,
And I think he's a good coach.
but they're not running his offense.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the Bulls do. We got the trade deadline coming up. We got the All-Star game coming up pretty soon as well. So,
It's in Utah.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a pause for the calls. We'll be right back with more Loop after these messages.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride. So do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
Hey, this is Mikey O, and you're listening to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast. Don't forget to visit Mikey O at Mikey O Show or www.MikeyOShow.com.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with E-Rock and Big Z. We are still in the loop, and we're going to talk about our favorite Chicago baseball teams. We're going to talk a little bit of Cubs baseball. Right now, the Cubs have made some news. The Cubs convention is going on as we speak. Today is day 2 of the Cubs convention. Usually, I would say let's go, but I didn't have extra cash to go out there. I don't mind going to the Cubs convention. I've been there once before.
I have not been there once.
It's fun. It's fun. Conventions for baseball teams are fun, and the White Sox don't have one. So let's talk about the Cubs convention.
Why is that though?
I don't know why. There's no reason. They didn't give a reason why they canceled it this year.
Don't you think a lot of White Sox fans would backlash at them?
It doesn't matter. People are still going to show up and pay you to be there.
That's true.
That's money. It's stupid. All right, the Cubs. Ryan Sandberg thought something was off when he was at the convention. Sandberg was used to being part of the panels at the Cubs convention. However, this Saturday morning, he was asked to sit among the crowd during the Ricketts family panel at the Sheraton Grand Hotel. He wondered if he would be handed a microphone to answer questions. And then near the end of the panel, Chairman Tom Ricketts announced that Sandberg will be honored with a statue at Wrigley Field. The Cubs shared the news with Sandberg's family Friday night, but wanted to surprise the Hall of Fame second baseman in front of the full room of fans. Sandberg said, "They caught me a little bit off guard," and he said that with a smile. This is way overdue.
I agree. Yeah.
Sandberg was my favorite player growing up.
Yeah.
I loved the way he played. I loved his tenacity, his grit. I loved it. The Sandberg game. Huge Sandberg fan. I have a Sandberg jersey. I have all of his baseball cards. Loved Sandberg. I know he was an asshole when he was playing. He was an asshole to the fans. But after you retire and you become a Hall of Famer, you soften up a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
It's well overdue, and I can't wait to see the statue which will be unveiled in 2024.
Yeah, and it'll be in the Gallagher.
Gallagher Way.
Yeah, Gallagher Way. Yeah.
Come on, Cub fan. You know where you're at.
I know where I'm at. I was just choking on my words. Yeah, and I'm glad for him. He deserves it again. It's way overdue. He's a great Cub. He's a Cubby. He's for life. And but they have 1, 2, 3 spot. Four.
You got Banks.
Yeah.
You got Harry Carey. Fergie Jenkins.
Yep. So that's 3. He would be 4.
He would be number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
And
the
then,
White Sox fan knows the statues up there.
Yeah, but you were a Cubs fan first.
Yeah, but those statues happen afterwards.
Yeah, but you do this podcast all the time.
And I do go to Cubs games. I like to have a good time.
Someone shouted out Sammy in the crowd.
Oh, they did. So here's the issue, and we discussed this a little bit off air. Sammy Sosa still not being welcomed back by the Chicago Cubs. And I think the Ricketts were asked about that. And they said it's a little bit controversial because of the whole steroid era. And there's 2 sides to every story. But look at this. You got Mark McGwire coaching. You got Barry Bonds coaching. You got Roger Clemens still around baseball because of his son. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like, people didn't really care. It saved baseball.
It did.
It literally. And you know what? If the guy's juiced, if I'm juiced and you're juiced, isn't it an even playing field?
Right. It's not like one's juiced and one's not.
Right. So
maybe some other teams felt it was a disadvantage, but also at the same time, it was in the division too.
MLB is the biggest hypocrite when it comes to these rules and regulations and old time baseball rules and unspoken rules and all. Fuck off. You juice the balls. You juice the players. You change the dimensions to make it more home run friendly at all these ballparks. I think Detroit's moving their fence in 8 to 10 feet or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah.
So you've got to make baseball exciting. And also, like, Sammy Sosa was one of your ambassadors for the sport, and you're going to shit on him?
Yeah, but
he was never, ever charged with anything.
No, he was not.
He was mentioned in a report. He wasn't questioned by the Congress.
Yeah.
He wasn't Rafael Palmeiro says, "I never did that." And then they come out like, "Oh yeah, you did, bro."
Yeah.
So what's the fucking holdup? He should have front and center a statue.
But I also think it goes back to the image.
Oh, the Cubs image? Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, poor you, the Cubs image.
Well, no. I'm not saying, well, yes, that, but also Sammy Sosa as him, like as a person now.
What has he done besides getting his face bleached?
Hasn't he done some hot takes?
Of what? What did he say? The last time you think he spoke to the media was with Cat. And he didn't speak about it. He just said the Cubs have not reached out to him.
Oh.
He doesn't understand why.
Well, maybe the Cubs are playing that card. Because he's bleached his skin, I guess.
You know what? People's appearances.
I don't know. That's the only thing I could. That's the only thing I could think of. I would if that's because he's been great. He hasn't been charged again, so I don't know what it is.
He hasn't been charged. He never was charged with that. And then you have him. He hasn't really been in the limelight at all. You don't hear about Sammy Sosa. He's not dogging the Cubs. He said, "I would love to be back." Why not have one of your beloved, one of the top beloved Cubs, come back to your organization? Sammy Sosa night, making a bobblehead night, have him throw out the first pitch, haven't seen the fucking 7th inning stretch. Fucking have him stand outside a fucking Wrigley Field, the main gate. Do something for the man. The man literally fucking...
Sammy Sosa lane.
Why not? He fucking carried your fucking baseball team for years.
Yeah.
I just don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, I mean,
you're shitting on somebody.
You see Kerry Wood there and Greg Maddux. You know, you see them there. I saw Aramis Ramirez there.
No shit.
Yeah, he was there. I think he threw the pitch out, and yeah.
Good Cub. Didn't carry the team.
Derek Lee was there, I think.
Again, a good Cub. Didn't carry the team.
Okay, Derek Lee, Aramis Ramirez.
Again, they were good. They were good pieces. They didn't carry the Chicago Cubs. Sammy carried the Chicago Cubs, hitting fucking 50 bombs for 3 years.
Right. No, you're right, but I'm still they're good pieces. But
people went to go see Sammy. They didn't go to see Derek Lee.
I did. Wanted to see both of them.
You went to see Jeff Samardzija because he wore your number.
Yeah. He had long hair too.
Oh, how cute. You can hold hands, not fucking.
No, but again, yeah, you're right. Sammy Sosa was great. You know, I don't know what it is, but maybe he'll get one in a couple years. I don't know.
It's frustrating. I'm not even. I follow both teams. I've said this multiple times. I don't have anything against the Cubs. I hate Cub fans.
Like me. Yeah.
No, not like you. Not like you. Ignorant Cub fans that who have no idea who's on their fucking team, who's pitching, who have no idea about the history. You know, oh, I'm just a Cub fan because it's a fucking hot thing to do. You know, you bandwagon fan. Those are people I fucking hate. And it goes on both sides of the town. So, yeah. If you can't have the conversation about baseball and talk about OBS and fucking...
ERA.
Yeah. Batting average, our ribbies. Talk about everything. Contracts, numbers. Let's go ham. If you can't have those type of conversations, then for me, you're not a fan. Like, you got to be fully invested. You can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I like going to the games. It's a party. I get to get drunk, and then I go get drunk more at the bars. Okay, that's your avenue. That's fine.
I want to do both, party. You know?
But know who the fuck is playing.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go off that deep end. Let's see. The White Sox avoided arbitration with Lucas Giolito, Dylan Cease, and a bunch of more. It's irrelevant. It's just 1 year contracts. It's just a Band-Aid.
Now, can I ask you, because I know players that have been signed, like Johnny Cueto.
He signed with the Marlins, I believe.
Yeah. But my point being is, like, don't you think the way I see it and feel is they're losing a lot more players than they've kept.
You lost Abreu. You lost, the clubhouse leader. I think it was. It's such a razor's edge because he's been there for so long. But he was your leader.
But I get that. But
he's 100 ribbies, 25 home runs. Great guy, great in the community. Said he wants to be White Sox. He wants to retire White Sox. Now you have, Galvin Sheets and Andrew Vaughn, who are going to be playing first, and DH. Young guys who are projected to have Abreu-like numbers or even higher because of their age. They're 24, 25. Abreu, we don't know how old he is because he came from Cuba.
Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he was like 35 years old.
he's like 38 or some shit. I would have kept him.
Yeah, I thought he was a great, he did his job.
But at the same time, you have a lot of DHs. You have a lot of fucking first basemen. Grandal can play first base.
Well, my point being is, don't you think a lot of the pieces that are let go are the pieces that they should have kept?
The Cueto thing, he's priced out. He came to the White Sox on a minor league deal, came out, showed out, had a great freaking season, carried the team for a couple months. He priced out.
Yeah, but how many wins did he get? Would you say his wins percentage for the White Sox were?
Of the amount of games that he won for the White Sox,
right?
The total.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up. Let me see, John.
Because maybe he won. I don't know. I would assume, 12, 15.
Let's see. He actually was 8-10.
8-10. That's not great.
And I'm gonna tell you right. Well, you don't look at that because you look at the way he was pitching. He had a 3.35 ERA, which is amazing in the AL. In 25 games, he went 8-10. That means 7 games with no decisions.
That's great.
And 10 losses and 7 no decisions. So then you look at those games. You look at the defense. What was the defense like?
Terrible.
Exactly. What was the offense like? Terrible.
So my point being is, yeah, he had great numbers, right? It's not always about the record. 8-10, not horrible.
But look at his ERA, 3.35.
Right, which is great. But don't you think because he's priced out is going to come back and hurt them a little bit?
No, because we have Garrett Crochet. We have
Who's the guy with the mustache?
Cease.
I can't remember if you guys kept him or
he signed for arbitration. He got his money. You got Giolito agreed to a $10.4 million deal. Who else did we get? We got Dylan Cease will make 5.7. Right, Renato Lopez, who might be either middle relief, late relief, closer. I have no idea what they're going to use from for 3.6. Kopech 2.05, and Ruiz at $925,000. So you've got players that are getting paid according to their contract. Now it's time for these guys to show out,
right?
Because they didn't make any additions besides Andrew Benintendi.
That's exactly my point.
Your catchers are horrible. First base is unknown. We have nobody at second base right now. It could be the rookie or it could be a veteran. You have, TA. Which TA are you going to get? You're going to get batting champion TA or you're going to get head case TA?
Right.
Moncada, are you making music videos or are you going to fucking actually run the first base without hurting your hamstring? You got Spider-Man. Oh, you're playing DH? You're not going to be in the field but once, maybe twice a week.
So that's my point exactly.
There's a lot of question marks with the White Sox when they were projected to do so fucking much.
Right. And that's why I also feel like we have this ongoing bet where it's like they could do really well and win over 65 games, which they're capable of doing.
Yeah.
Or they get the injury bug. People don't show up.
You're still going to win 65 games. But Pirates get 65 games with a shittier team.
Barely.
65 wins is 65 wins, and
now,
I won that bet.
If it caps off and they don't win and they add 65, that'd be amazing.
There's no way in hell.
In the division, the Royals had 65, and who else had 66? We don't know. It's a big gamble on this one, but I
thought it's a short bet for me. That's how I feel. You have, let's see, bottom of the barrel. Boston Red Sox 78 wins.
No. Go in our division.
Kansas City 65 wins. Detroit Tigers 66 wins.
Okay, my point being, it's possible.
White Sox were exactly where they were, 500, 81 and 81.
But my point being is, if they have the injury bug, you don't have good pitching.
Oakland had 60 wins and they have nobody.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. I'm just going off of this, and yeah. I'm just saying.
Pittsburgh had 62. Cincinnati has 62.
Okay, but it could happen. I'm not.
Okay.
It's not.
It's your gamble. It's all good.
Right,
it's all
right.
good.
But if it does, it does. It doesn't. It doesn't. But I'm just saying it could happen. I'm not saying it's not it's guaranteed, but it could happen.
All right. Well, who's gonna have? We can do another bet. Who's gonna have the better record? The Cubs or the White? Okay. All right. You said it right away.
I'm rooting for my boys in blue.
All right. What are we gonna bet?
I don't know. Double or nothing. What do you want to do?
Oh, that was it. We bet a hat.
How much are hats nowadays?
$50.
I don't pay for them.
You don't pay for hats?
No.
Where do you get your hats from?
People give them to me.
Well, how nice.
Yeah.
I just bought my White Sox that I'm wearing today. Yeah. They're about $50.
Yeah, no. The last one I bought was my Beck's one, and that was $25.
This one actually was $25. I found it was on sale.
You dumpster diver. You probably someone from the store, probably like, oops.
No, they literally
gave him $25 and you picked it out of there.
No, they literally said, "Hey, we have a sale, flash sale." I sent you guys all the links. Don't give me that shit. I sent you all the links for the
I know you did.
cool ass Cubs hats that I thought were awesome. And I was like, let me share with my friends who are Cub fans. They're pretty fucking badass hats. Let me share that.
I like paying full price. Okay, I just
okay. You got that type of money. You got that type.
I
of money.
will come this time next year.
All right. All right. So, do you want to make that bet? A hat.
From where? Lids or from one of your favorite places?
No, it doesn't matter.
How about I pick the hat for you?
It can't be a Cubs hat.
I won't. It'll be a nice White Sox fedora.
It'll be a no, sir. I'm not Irish.
Fine, let's do it.
All right, cool. It's on air. It's recorded, and yeah, it's all right.
I'm gonna win one of these bets. I might not win the big home run swing for the White Sox.
You might get a hat out of it.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll take out.
I'll make sure. I make sure that you will have a.
You still owe me that 12.
What 12 pack?
The $12 from when I told you to bet everything against the Bulls, and I'm like, hey, put 5 on that for me.
Oh my God! I will give you your $12.
See, he wants me to pay up, but he doesn't pay up on his own bets.
$12.
12 to 200. It's all the same.
Your facts. I will, and I don't carry cash. And I'll send you the money. I'll send that right now as soon as we finish. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Stirring the Pot after a quick word from our sponsors.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
This is Enrique Calderon coming to you from True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast. Come check me out on social media, Enrique Calderon Official on Instagram and Facebook. Check us out.
Y te lo dice
Enrique Calderon.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with E-Rock and Big Z. And for E-Rock this week is Steven from the No Water on the Weekend podcast. And, sir, do you know what time it is?
Oh, I know what time it is.
Oh, yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for Stirring the Pot.
Yeah.
All right, brother. So you came in and left these nice, beautiful hostess on the table. So I assumed it was for Stirring the Pot.
Right.
So tell me about these hostess, man.
So they're birthday cake edition from Hostess. Now, I have a sweet tooth, and it's, they had the Valentine's Day shit out, right?
Okay.
But I went to Target, and I'm like, I don't want to buy the Valentine's Day ones, like with the Annalie or Aunt. I don't know.
idea.
Anyway, like the zebra cakes or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But they have ones that are all Valentine's Day, and I'm like, I want to buy those, but I don't want to buy them Valentine's thing. And so I go walk over there. I'm like, let's do the birthday ones. I always like Hostess cupcakes. They used to have an actual factory in Franklin Park.
Yep.
So it was right where my grade school was.
And the outlet too, right? The hostess used to have a couple places where they had the outlets, and
I remember going to that store as a kid with my mom and dad and picking up apple pies or getting the cupcakes and
going home happy like a motherfucker.
They wouldn't even make them home because I would eat them already. I love Twinkies, Snow Puffs.
Yeah.
Snowballs, I'm sorry.
Snowballs, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad hostess.
Yodels are Hostess, right?
I have no idea.
I think Yodels are Hostess.
Let me look that up. Yodels. All right, open your package.
Yeah.
Describe what it is.
So funny story. I got sick on Tuesday, but it wasn't COVID. But I put too much nozzle spray and Vicks in my nose where I couldn't smell anything. So I thought it was COVID. But
Gotcha.
Rinsed out my nose. But it actually smells like birthday cake.
Let's see.
It smells sweet.
It's
got
open.
a white
frosting.
White frosting. Got some birthday sprinkles on there, in and out of the cake.
It smells like regular yellow birthday cake, like funfetti.
Right.
Yeah, it's a funfetti cupcake,
and
essentially.
It has its filling inside like a normal cupcake does.
Just like Steven in the weekend.
Yeah. I'm shoving these in my mouth.
I'll talk about the filling, but all right.
That's a different filling downstairs.
Yodels are made by Drake's.
Okay. Yeah. Or ho-hos. That's the ripoff of it. Ho-hos.
Ho-hos, yeah.
Right.
Everybody loves a ho-ho.
Yeah, everyone.
All right, we're going to take a bite of these, and then we'll see what our reaction is.
I've tasted on many. There's only 2 left. So
What the fuck, dude? All right, let's go. All right, that's good stuff. That frosting's a little sweet for my taste, but that's because I don't eat that many sweets, but...
Dude, making a mess. Is it your first time eating?
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Look, no mess. Fit the whole thing in my mouth.
Yeah, not the first time you did that.
You are absolutely correct on that.
Want to see a magic trick? There you go.
It's a lot of frosting for me, but it's a really good taste. Nice and moist.
Yeah. For it being in the pack and sitting on shelf for a while, you know, I enjoy it. I don't usually get these all the time. But they also had the lemon ones. And
I'm out on that. No.
I did like them, but it's like a rare once in a while. But I like Twinkies the most. I mean, if I had to choose between the regular original chocolate cupcake like normally they do, and I'd rather take a Twinkie.
Yeah, this is probably the last Hostess thing I'm going to eat for all of 2023. This is way too sweet for me.
Why? You eat conchas and put it in your coffee and dunk it?
I don't really do that. I really don't. All right, so Hostess has a big line of, obviously, of they have ding dongs, they have ho-hos, they have zingers. We have the long ho-hos, the ones that are rolled up. You have your snowballs, you have your fruit pies.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Apple, cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously they make bread. Coffee cake. That's more of my thing right there. I love coffee cake. A good coffee cake.
So I don't drink a whole lot of coffee.
I don't need to drink coffee with coffee cake.
Oh, I do. I mean, I can't. I don't.
Milk.
Yeah, I don't even have milk in the fridge.
I do lactose-free milk.
I might be lactose because I don't really drink it anymore. Add coffee.
Donuts. Oh, is it donuts, right? Mm-hmm. The little package you can buy with all the donuts. That's awesome.
I've choked on the
Oh, that way, yeah, the powdered sugar ones? Yeah. Of course, everybody has.
Because I inhale it.
Yeah. They got mini muffins. Obviously, everybody loves a mini muffin. The mega muffins.
Now,
cinnamon rolls.
My mom would always buy
honey buns.
The mini, muffins, but she'd always buy the blueberry ones.
You got to go banana nut.
Exactly.
That's the best one.
After a while, I'd be like, I don't want to I'm like, who wants to trade?
Yeah.
Someone trade me.
Yeah, they got Danishes. They got muffin sticks.
I love Danish.
Oh, okay, that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
Crispy mini.
Danish. Yeah.
They got mini bun cakes.
I would eat that.
Yeah.
Would you eat those pies?
Oh, yeah.
Now, some people put them in the microwave.
Yep. You heat it up for 15 seconds and it smacks. Oh, man, does it smack.
I could just see you eating it and then spilling some of the cherry on your shirt.
Don't worry, it'll get licked off. All right, so we're all in for ho-ho stuff. I'm definitely a Twinkie guy. I've always been a Twinkie guy.
Yeah, same. Now, they also had like pink ones too.
Does it? I didn't try those. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I would eat it though.
Yeah, I would try it and see what it's like. And I would also like to see how many Hostess products we could eat without getting sick.
I'll let you and Sean do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the sweet tooth that you have. So before we go, I want to ask you, what you looking at that isn't sports?
Interesting. We talked about Koala Man on Hulu. It's like a spin-off of like Rick and Morty. Same actual creator, but it's a local dad that, is in Australia. Hugh Jackman is part of the cast. He's in a couple episodes. And yeah, it's really funny. It got a 6.5 out of 10. So I enjoyed that. I saw Puss in Boots. Did I say that last time?
No, you didn't say that last. I think it might have been last week's episode or week before.
Yeah, dude. I love that movie. The animation is so good. Antonio Banderas, man, he still got it.
He still got it. I mean, this is voiceover. It's not.
I know, but he did. There's a singing part.
Oh, okay. Well, he can sing. He can sing.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
Wait till I can watch it on
And
my
Salma
TV.
Hayek is in there too.
I would love to watch Salma Hayek.
Yeah, so would
Do
I.
anything.
Yeah, open a can of tuna.
Oh.
Yeah, I seen that, and then King of Queens, Everyone Loves Raymond, all these stuff that I put in the background while I'm doing edits and marketing and stuff like that for work. What? Pretty much that's been it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah. I downloaded Peacock because that's where I've been watching it.
Yeah. Have you seen Yellowstone on Peacock yet?
You know, it doesn't do it for me. Ranch, country, kind of like not hitting it for me.
Okay.
But I was watching the spinoff of Pitch Perfect with Adam Devine. And it's pretty good. I'm a big fan of Adam. I listen to their podcast. This is important. Super bummed that Workaholics is not getting.
It'll get picked up.
I hope so. Hopefully Netflix picks it up or something like that. But I was shocked that Paramount was like, yeah, it doesn't hit our demographic. It's not like
this is the same network that puts out Jersey Shore.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Paramount, get your shit together.
Yeah, I was just like really pissed about that because I was like, they're weeks away from filming.
Yeah.
They already had all the office and everything built.
Sounds like DC.
Exactly.
Hey, we got all this shit going. Oh, wait, we actually filmed a movie. We filmed 2 movies.
Let's cancel one.
We're gonna cancel one, and the guy. Well, you know what? If I seen the pictures of Batgirl, the fucking costumes look fucking ridiculous.
As in bad or good?
Bad. Like production wise, who the hell put that shit together?
Yeah, I don't know.
The only thing good about that movie was that Michael Keaton was in it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm done. I was talking to my buddy yesterday. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll go see The Flash." I'm excited to see Michael Keaton in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need to see him in a Batman suit. Like, it's cool, but I don't need to see him. He was a great Batman, but I don't need to see him. It's not like I'm gonna get geeked out by seeing Tobey Maguire in a Spider-Man suit or Andrew Garfield. I love that. I don't need to see him in a Batman suit. I don't know. I just don't. He was a great Batman. I just don't need to see it.
I think
that's trying to get the fans back into it. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah, but we both agree DC shit the bag.
Yeah, they're gonna reboot it, and then for what?
And reboot Superman, and they're gonna reboot the entire thing.
And they can't. Yeah,
you lost Black Adam, you lost Dwayne, and even though that movie was garbage, it was garbage.
I haven't watched it. I'll
Don't
never
watch it.
it.
Don't watch it.
It's a waste of time.
Yes.
So
2.5 hours of wasting your time. Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go see it unless I really got great reviews, but. Yeah, I'm done with all those.
Good. Yeah, the only thing good is on DC is Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I would see it just because of Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's good writing. All right, well,
what have you been watching?
You know what? I watched The Pale Blue Eye with Christian Bale on Netflix. Murder mystery, great story, twists and turns, very much like the Prestige. So you have he's a retired like army person, and West Point comes and tells him, "Hey, we need you to solve this kid that hung himself, quote unquote."
Right.
So I don't want to give it away because it's a good movie. Go watch it. It's really good. Twists and turns. Christian Bale's a great actor. I did. Let's see. What anything else I've watched?
Telescope.
Oh, Kaleidoscope. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I finished all 8 episodes. You can every time you any Netflix user, everybody's gonna get a different order of the episodes. So it's pretty cool. It's a kind of like Ocean's 11 where you have a heist and they put a group together and you have to find out how this group came together, why they came together, and you're waiting for this robbery to happen. So 8 episodes, 7 of them are random. The last one is always going to be the last one. It's a good show. Is it believable? Probably not, but a great cast. So it's a good popcorn flick. You know, get some popcorn.
Yeah.
Just sit down and relax. Don't overanalyze it like I did, and just enjoy it. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff out there. So, besides that,
I thought you said you were watching that Andrew Tate documentary.
Who?
Yeah, Andrew Tate.
I don't know who that is.
No?
No.
Okay.
It was Andrew Tate.
It was a joke that I was making, but it didn't land because I
have no idea who the fuck Andrew Tate is.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll tell you when we go eat right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Thank you for listening. A big thank you to our sponsors, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Great Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to greatclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirts. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Go and get your shirts now. Go out and check out the rest of the 606 Media lineup. The newest show on the 606 family is the No Water in the Weekend podcast with Steven and Sean, a pop culture forward podcast that dabbles in funny trivia, film, television, and music, and also Chicago-centric news and happenings. New episodes available every single Monday, so make sure Sean posts on Monday. Hey, come on, Sean. I mean, you talk shit on your show, and I'm gonna talk shit on my show about you. So, hey, the Bulls are back, and they're okay. They're at the bottoms of the barrel, but it's still fun to watch the Bulls and talk shit about them. So that's right. You got the All Net podcast with Mike Logic and Ideal after every Bulls game for breakdown and analysis. It is sponsored by 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Shy Native Entertainment. Let's see. The Shy Native Radio podcast is now available on all major platforms. Mike Logic, Ideal, and Throw MC talk about sports, movies, and all types of ill shit. Go check them out now. Shout out to Ronesh, Panic, Serious Beats, and Custom Made for the beats we played on today's show. Check out paniconthebeat.com for your moment merch and gear. Check us out on social media. You can find us at True Shy Fans on Twitter and on TikTok. Find us on Facebook, IG, Spotify, and reach out to us on our email. We want to hear from you. Reach us at truechicagosportsfans@gmail.com. All right, y'all.
It's been a long
day.
We've been doing this since 1:30.
Yeah. All right, for Steven E-Rock, this is Big Z. We'll see you next week for episode 127. Until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.
See ya.
A few moments later.
You have a lot of incest.
That's real.
Shut your mouth. Loverboy.
Nature versus nurture, Lodge. Nature always wins.
I think he's on steroids.
Hasta luego, amigos. That's all. I shouldn't have had those artichoke poppers.